I am so thrilled to bring you a little behind the scenes video of how we recorded our audiobook. So I thought it was really cool process. I had no idea how audiobooks were made, so I thought I would give you a little sneak peek into what we did. So we got to film our audiobook at the amazing Rex studio in Portland, Oregon. My publisher, Penguin Random House, is in New York, so they let me film in Oregon, which was awesome. You can see that this is a beautiful studio, super high tech. They do all kinds of really cool filmings here, Portlandia and other interesting shows. So this is where I stand every day to record. You can see they actually put the book on an iPad because if we use the actual book, then we hear the page turning. I always do a little bit of stretching and power posing before I start. And then it's a matter of getting the perfect recording every time. So sometimes it takes me a little bit to get it right, and I have a whole booth of producers and people who are helping me behind the scenes. So you can see this is actually where they're checking my sound and they're checking every single word. So I'm in this like enclosed glass box basically reading. It's perfectly silent. It's really well sealed. And then we have people checking every word, that I'm getting every word right, every sentence, looking at the audio levels, making sure you don't hear my stomach grumble. Yes, you even hear my stomach grumble, so they had to do a couple of retakes when I was really hungry before lunch. And they are checking every detail to make sure that it matches perfectly and that it sounds really good. This is also where we do edit notes and animation notes. And let me give you a little listen so you can hear a little excerpt from the audiobook.
I've also discovered that people have more phobias than you would ever imagine. Buffaloes, worms, feathers, spiders, insects, loud noises, skulls, teeth, dung, any or all of which are likely encountered on a game drive. Over breakfast, Vardy told me about one particular guest that called on all of his experience. Martin, an elderly British gentleman, had previously been on safari more than a dozen times in exotic locations around the world. He told Vardy he had saved the best for last, and that this would be his final safari. Wanting to live up to the expectations of a safari aficionado, Vardy decided he would personally take Martin on his game tour to ensure everything went according to plan. Unfortunately, Vardy and Martin would both encounter an unpleasant surprise. On the second day of cruising around in an open-air Land Rover, Vardy spotted some leopard tracks. He departed the vehicle on foot to investigate, leaving Martin in the safety of the vehicle until he returned. Martin hadn't been alone for long when a huge male bull elephant came trotting out of the bush to inspect the vehicle. And Martin. Martin hoped the elephant would get bored and walk away, so he remained as still and silent as possible. All of a sudden, the two-way radio installed in the roofless Land Rover started crackling with traffic between other drivers on the property. The elephant became rattled and then agitated as the radio continued to blare. Soon, the elephant began pounding his trunk on the hood of the Rover and started spraying it with dirt.
I can't get too far into the book. Hopefully you will check it out so you can hear the whole rest of the story, but that's basically how it works. It takes a long time. It takes about 4 days to record the whole book. It's about 300 pages, and they're going to make some fancy schmancy edits. I'll go back and do some pickups. Of course, I stopped a couple of times to get tea and eat so that my stomach wouldn't growl, but I am so excited for you to read the book. I hope you will check it out. It is my pride and joy, and it is my personal guide to hacking human behavior. So I hope you like this behind the scenes look. I hope you listen to the audiobook, and I'll see you in my next video.